Welcome to Spectrum Sphere, where we dive into a diverse world of discovery, from the annals of history to the latest in technology. Today, we illuminate the life of a medieval giant, Charlemagne, king of the Franks and Lombards. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more enriching content every week. Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great, was a medieval ruler who led the Franks to form the largest Western empire since the Roman Empire. As king of the Franks and Lombards and later emperor, his reign signified a turning point in European history, fostering an era of cultural and intellectual revival. Before Charlemagne's ascent to power, the Frankish kingdom was fragmented, ruled by a Merovingian dynasty deemed ineffective. Pepin the Short, Charlemagne's father, changed this narrative by seizing the throne with papal blessing, laying the foundation for the Carolingian Empire that Charlemagne would expand to unprecedented heights. Charlemagne, born around 742 AD, was the eldest son of Pepin the Short and Bertrada of Laon. His early life was shaped by the Frankish nobility, groomed for leadership in a time of frequent warfare and political strife. An upbringing that combined martial prowess with a keen sense of statecraft prepared him to inherit the Frankish throne. In 768, upon his father's death, Charlemagne ascended to the throne, sharing power with his brother Carloman. However, their relationship was strained, and after Carloman's untimely death in 771, Charlemagne consolidated his power, becoming the sole ruler of the Frankish kingdom, setting the stage for an empire that would stretch across Europe. Charlemagne's reign marked an era of unprecedented expansion. He embarked on a series of military campaigns that vastly extended Frankish dominion. Through strategic warfare and alliances, Charlemagne conquered territories in modern-day Germany, Italy, and beyond, transforming the Frankish realm into a sprawling empire that dominated Western Europe. The Lombard conquest was a turning point in Charlemagne's rule. By securing the Iron Crown of the Lombards in 774, he didn't just expand his territory, he bolstered his legitimacy and power. This pivotal moment also strengthened his alliance with the papacy, laying the groundwork for his future coronation as emperor. Moving northwards, Charlemagne's ambitions clashed with the fierce Saxons. A series of brutal campaigns ensued, spanning over 3 decades. It wasn't solely about territorial expansion. It involved the forcible Christianization of the Saxon people. This conquest, marked by warfare and religious imposition, profoundly reshaped the religious landscape of Europe. Charlemagne's alliance with the papacy was pivotal, culminating when Pope Leo III crowned him emperor. This act symbolized a mutual reinforcement of power, intertwining the fates of church and empire. It was a strategic partnership that fortified Charlemagne's divine rule and elevated the Pope's spiritual authority over Christendom. On Christmas Day in the year 800, a pivotal event in medieval history unfolded. Charlemagne was crowned Emperor of the Romans by Pope Leo III in Rome. This momentous occasion marked a resurrection of the Western Roman Empire and affirmed Charlemagne's supremacy in the Christian world. Charlemagne's governance was revolutionary. He implemented administrative reforms that centralized power while still accommodating the vast empire's diverse cultures. By dividing the realm into counties, each overseen by a loyal count, he ensured greater control and efficiency. These structural changes were crucial in sustaining the Carolingian Empire's vast territories. Amidst military conquests and political restructuring, Charlemagne championed a cultural revival known as the Carolingian Renaissance. He fostered an environment where art, literature, and learning flourished, setting up schools and encouraging the preservation of classical texts, which had a profound influence on the intellectual life of Europe for centuries to come. Under Charlemagne, the pursuit of knowledge witnessed an extraordinary resurgence. He established palace schools, insisted on learning for clergy and nobility, and even studied himself, albeit with limited success in writing. This emphasis on education and literacy solidified his legacy, helping to preserve the intellectual traditions of antiquity. Moving on, Charlemagne's economic policies were equally transformative. He standardized weights and measures across the empire and initiated significant agricultural reforms. Markets and trade flourished under his rule, thanks to improved infrastructure such as roads and bridges, which facilitated easier movement of goods, bolstering the economy of the Carolingian Empire. Charlemagne's military acumen was remarkable, revolutionizing Frankish warfare. He reorganized the army, creating a more disciplined and efficient force. Key to his success were technological innovations such as the introduction of heavy cavalry and improvements to defensive structures. These strategies solidified his conquests and secured the vast borders of his empire. To manage his expansive realm, Charlemagne appointed counts and dukes, granting them authority over regional territories. Tasked with maintaining order, these nobles acted as the king's envoys, administering justice and overseeing the collection of taxes. This system of governance was pivotal in upholding the empire's stability and ensuring its cohesive operation. Christianity was central to Charlemagne's reign. He fortified the faith across his empire, aligning closely with the church to legitimize his rule. By promoting Christian values, he strengthened his control and unified his diverse subjects. The spread of Christianity also facilitated the cultural and intellectual revival known as the Carolingian Renaissance. Charlemagne's family life was complex and pivotal for his succession plans. He had multiple wives and children, but it was his son, Louis the Pious, who was groomed to take over. Upon Charlemagne's death in 814, Louis inherited a united empire, although this unity would not last beyond his own reign. Turning to the daily life within the Carolingian Empire, common folk and nobility alike experienced a society undergoing transformation. Agriculture was the linchpin of the economy, and most people were peasants working the land. Meanwhile, those in power lived in relative luxury, frequenting grand palaces and engaging in courtly life. Charlemagne skillfully used symbolic imagery and titles to enhance his authority. He adopted the eagle as his emblem, representing supreme power and keen vision. By reviving ancient Roman titles such as Emperor and Augustus, he linked his reign to the grandeur of Rome, solidifying his image as Europe's paramount ruler. Within the Carolingian Empire, a rigid social hierarchy defined life. At the top sat Charlemagne, the king and then emperor, followed by the nobility who held land in return for military service. Below them were the clergy, crucial for literacy and learning. Meanwhile, peasants, the vast majority, worked the lands, sustaining the empire. Charlemagne's control over his sprawling empire was bolstered by a vast network of royal estates. These estates were crucial for the administration and economic stability, producing resources necessary for the royal household and military. Stewards appointed by the emperor managed these lands, ensuring efficient operation and loyalty to the crown. Shifting our focus to the international stage, Charlemagne was as much a diplomat as he was a conqueror. He established alliances with other powers, notably the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms and the Abbasid Caliphate. Through marriages, treaties, and personal correspondence, he skillfully navigated the complex web of medieval politics, enhancing his empire's prestige and influence. The coronation of Charlemagne as emperor wasn't just a personal triumph. It had enduring implications for Europe's political landscape. By reviving the Roman title, Charlemagne bridged classical antiquity and the medieval era, laying a foundational precedent for the concept of a united Europe under a single ruler. Despite his rigorous lifestyle, historical accounts suggest Charlemagne was a robust and imposing figure, standing well over 6 feet tall with a thick neck and deep voice. His presence was commanding, mirroring the vast empire he governed. However, as time marched on, Charlemagne faced ailments, particularly arthritis, which plagued his later years. Charlemagne's legacy endures, etching a profound influence on modern Europe. His unification of territories laid the groundwork for many European nations, while his revival of learning and culture set a precedent for the Renaissance. Today, he is celebrated as the Father of Europe, a title reflecting his lasting impact on European identity. Beyond the grandeur of history, Charlemagne's figure looms large in myth and legend. Tales of his court wizard Astronomus and the Roland's epic feats speak to a time where fact mingles with folklore. His paladins became heroes in chivalric romances, echoing Charlemagne's legendary status through the ages. In 814 AD, after a reign of over 4 decades, Charlemagne's era came to an end. His death marked the onset of struggles for power among his heirs, leading to the Treaty of Verdun. This agreement ultimately split his empire into 3 parts, fragmenting the once unified dominion of Europe. Historians have long debated Charlemagne's legacy, crafting a historiography that oscillates between glorification and critique. He remains a pivotal figure in European history, embodying the fusion of Roman, Christian, and Germanic elements. Charlemagne's reign is often idealized as a model of leadership and a touchstone for European unity. In conclusion, Charlemagne's reign left an indelible mark on European history. His efforts in unifying vast territories, catalyzing cultural revival, and shaping early medieval politics have earned him the title of Father of Europe. His legacy is a testament to the enduring impact of visionary leadership throughout the ages. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history with Spectrum Sphere. If you've enjoyed delving into the life and legacy of Charlemagne, please support our channel by clicking the like button and subscribing for more diverse content. Your engagement helps us keep exploring and sharing this diverse world of discovery.